Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your January 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. So let's dive right in, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus, and see what this time frame has in store for you. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to move your Spirit Guide Animal cards over to the side. This I'm going to layer on top of the tarot at the end to give you more insight, more understanding of what Spirit is saying and what Spirit wants you to know. I find it astoundingly helpful. I really love these cards and the way they correlate with the tarot. And all the cards that I am using, you can find in the description box below. I'm moving the botanical oracle cards over to the side, and I will be using these in just a moment. So let's see now, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus, what the tarot has to say. Capricorn, January 1st to the 15th, 2020, Capricorn. 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 Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Fantastic. All right. So at the heart of everything, Capricorn, is the Ace of Spells. Now, this is the Enchanted Forest, or the Forest of Enchantment. I can't remember which way exactly it goes. Deck, and everything is named something different. So I am going to be equating it. I'm going to be referencing back to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck when using these so that everybody can follow along and know exactly what the cards are saying, right? So that's why this is the Ace of Spells, but the Ace of Spells in this deck is the Ace of Wands. So that is at your heart. You are crowned by the White Heart, which is the Fool card, and you have a white heart right here, a white stag. And what I love also about the deck is that the first card, the Fool card, starts off with a white stag, and the World card, the last card in the Major Arcana Tarot, ends with a white stag. So I love that synchronicity. I love that, connecting imagery. And then we have the Two of Challenges, the Four of Spells. The Two of Challenges is the Two of Swords. The Four of Spells is the Four of Wands. Then you have the 10 of Challenges, the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Vision, the 7 of Cups, and you have the Keeper of Boon, which is you, Capricorn. You are an earth sign energy, and you are represented here by the Boon, by the card that represents the Pentacles in the Minor Arcana. So the King of Pentacles right here, and in the Major Arcana, you are represented by the Devil card. And then we have the Ace of Vision. We have the Keeper of Challenges, right? So this is the King of Swords, an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. And you have the Three of Challenges. Oh. The Three of Swords. I like that one a lot. Okay. So let's see now what the botanical oracle cards have to say. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Capricorn, January 1st to the 15th, 2020, Capricorn. January 1st to the 15th, 2020, Capricorn. January 1st to the 15th, 2020, Capricorn. And welcome to the Roaring 20s, guys. Let's make this the best decade ever. All right. And here we have Ritual. Oh, goodness. Okay, there we go. I know what I'm doing. And we have Enhance. I'm actually seeing you enhancing the rituals in your life, which is actually really beautiful. Okay, so we're starting off with Ritual, and it's represented by the Elder and the Elderberry. The color that shines through here is, I'm really focusing on this gray-blue right here, so that's the throat chakra. healing and cleansing your throat chakra is going to be what helps you move forward in power, but also helps you speak what is right for you, what is just for you, into reality and moving you forward. So there is a ritual that you are embracing for yourself as you move forward towards your goals and towards what it is that you desire. There is a sense of falling into, Spirit is saying, falling into the habits that make you feel whole, and which is rather abstract. But what Spirit is saying here is that you have certain things that you do, Capricorn, that make you feel steady and make you feel balanced and kind of center you. And so here, incorporating those rituals into your daily routine and multiple times a day is going to be something that grounds you. And it can be, for me, I love a cup of tea. That is one of my favorite things in the whole entire world. And so just to give an example, it would be, I just see Spirit is showing me a teacup steaming. So it's saying, have more rituals that bring calm and peace into your life. If it's taking time to have a cup of tea just to center yourself, do so. If it's going for a walk, do so. Sit there and know what it is that you need, because there are things that are going to be happening during this time, especially down here in your roots, that have you feeling drained and have you feeling overwhelmed and have you looking at things and saying, will the challenges ever end? And so your mind can become absolutely saturated with challenges. And what I'm seeing here is you're doing whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that makes you feel happy, that makes you feel centered. If it's listening to a certain piece of music or whatever, you are going to be embracing that part of yourself, that ritual, to center yourself, to move yourself forward, and then to enhance the experience that you are having. And then we have enhance right here, and it's indigo, right? Which Spirit is saying right here by giving this card. So it's the indigo plant and the indigo flower. Indigo is the color that Spirit wants us to be focusing on. And that's the third eye chakra, right? So it's represented by the color indigo. And what I'm seeing here very much so is that you are seeing truths that others do not see, but that you yourself will be doubting. That, oh, like, how do I know this? You want concrete, undeniable evidence. And because you are a Capricorn, because you that's where you thrive, with facts and with the things that are necessary to make this world run. So when your third eye is opening, or as your third eye is opening, and as you are embracing your power and embracing your truth and moving yourself forward and seeing things that is hidden from other people, you're going to be doubting what it is that you're seeing. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't doubt your instincts. Don't doubt the imagery that Spirit is giving to you, because Spirit speaks to us in imagery and in gut feels. And so you are going to be having a lot of very meaningful imagery during this time. And this leads you to the Ace of Spells. The Ace of Spells is the Ace of Wands, right? So this is God's source Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of passion, of creativity, of moving forward in your power. Right? What you want, what you desire. And this leads you to the Keeper of Challenges. This leads you to the King of Swords. And the King of Swords here is old and wise, right? The King of Swords holds a wand in his hands, which for me very much indicates that you have taken this gift of passion and now you are marrying it with logic. And it could even be, whether you think this is macabre or not, but it has a skull right here on the top of the wand. You could think of that as very much shaped in the same way as the dragon skull. So you're taking this knowledge that forged it, and you could be seeing the magic more clearly, but in not a fluffy, happy way. All right? So it's in a more macabre, more realistic way. It's kind of like Spirit is saying that truth is coming to you. You are embracing your passion, but you had thought you were going to be heading down this road. And Spirit is saying you're heading over here. Things are changing. Things are moving forward. You are embracing this change. You are embracing this power. And you are moving forward in the passion that you need and in what you desire. You can very much be aided by an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius, right? But this is also a time of you being astoundingly smart and people seeing it, because I see the kings as the actors upon the stage. Right? Queens are the directors behind the scenes. So it does not matter if you are male or female. The kings are the actors upon the stage, queens, directors behind the scenes. And right now, your mind and your prosperity are shining bright. And you are forging and creating what you desire and what you need. This leads you to the Fool card. This leads you to moving forward in your passion and in your creativity. The white stag here is a symbol of royalty. You are forging this journey. You are moving forward in this journey with a sense of stepping into your power, stepping into your truth, knowing what it is that you desire. And you might say, Dane, I don't know. There's a part of you that does. There's a part of you that is embracing the magic that is around you, embracing the enchanted forest for which you will be moving into, and saying, okay, this is my time. This is my truth. This is where I need to be, and this is where I want to be. And so you are taking steps towards the unbelievable, towards what seems to you at sometimes to be foolish. Oh my gosh, how can I make a living off of this? Or how can I incorporate what I am truly good at, what is truly passionate to me, what I am passionate about into my life? How can I take this gift and move forward with it to live the passion, to live the bounty that I want? And here it's saying take those first steps, because they are going to seem scary. They are going to seem overwhelming. But what you are aided with is the Ace of Vision. And it's very interesting because you do not have the Ace of Wands or the Ace of Cups here. But here, what is so beautiful is that this is Majesty, right? And the swan, when she looks into the water, or he, sees themselves as royalty, with the crown on their heads, the necklace around their neck, okay? There's wealth around you. And so the vision that you are seeing is not yet reality. But during this time and in this new year and this new decade, you are working towards the majesty that you want to bring into your life, the prosperity, the bounty, and the abundance that you desire. And as you do so, God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you gifts to make what you see, okay, to make what you see right here. Instead of pointing out all your flaws, instead of looking at it and saying, oh my gosh, I just can't do this, to looking at yourself and saying, yes, I can. I can see the road that I want to walk. I can see the place that I need to be. And I am doing so with power and tenacity of self. All right? And that is how you are moving forward. Now, at your roots is the 10 of challenges, the 10 of swords. Now, I see 2019 as very much a 10 of swords years. It was a year. It was a completion of a cycle, most definitely, but it also brought with it challenges that brought a lot of people to their knees, then made people sit there and think, oh my gosh, where am I heading? What am I doing? I know I am moving forward, but you were forged during this time. So many of us were forged during this time, and I'm not excluding myself from this at all. I definitely saw, for me personally, the 2019 as a 10 of swords year, and I saw it repeatedly, all throughout the year, in people, in conversations, in the world. So here, the 10 of swords is making you think. You have this crooked sword right here. You have this sense of, can I move forward? You're tired. You see how he's worn. You see how he's, the horse has more color to him than the man does. Okay? It's almost as if you feel as if your personal power is fading away. It's not. It's not. You have been tested. Right? And you are being made into a diamond. Do you know how diamonds are made? Diamonds are made by a piece of coal put under a tremendous amount of pressure for a tremendously long period of time. This could be a decade of pressure right here. Right? New decade, new time, new world. Nothing has changed but you. Because that piece of coal, that thing that may have been overlooked, that piece of coal that may have been overlooked by so many, after being put under pressure for so long, has become a diamond. You have become a diamond, and you have to see the way that you shine. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. But there is a beauty and there is a truth to you that you are noticing. And it comes from all the battles that you have fought and all the ways that you have perceived that you have failed, because you haven't. All right? You have learned what you do not want. Abraham Hicks says, we put into the vortex, there we go, I get tongue-tied sometimes. We put into the vortex what we don't want. And I personally believe, and have believed since I was very little, is that we don't know who we are. Well, I think we know who we are when we're about 5. And then everything comes at us and we lose the sight of ourselves. All right, that pure insight into ourselves. And so here, you learn what you are not. And with the 10 of challenges, you have learned so much of what you are not, and you've put into that vortex what you are not. And what you will be getting is what you want. Now, when I heard this first, when I first got introduced to Abraham Hicks, I thought, oh, wow, one day you'll just have this huge payoff. And then I realized, well, that was a rather naive way of looking at it and a rather hopeful way of looking at it. But what you get is you get drips and drabs here and there of how to set up and construct your life in a way that is beautiful and right for you. And that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing that you do get a payoff. You do move towards your truth, towards your bounty. But it comes after realizing the heartbreak and the pain. Here, I view this very much as, this is the woodcutter, and this is Hansel and Gretel, and they get left in the forest, and he's like, I can't do this. I just can't do this, and he runs away. He hasn't shouldered his responsibilities. And by not shouldering his responsibilities, by saying, I can't do this, it is too much, and saying, you fend for yourself and their children, he has put a burden on his heart that he will never forget. And he has put a burden on theirs. And I think that very much describes the Three of Swords. It's the hurt and the pain that others have put on us, that we have put on ourselves. All right? It's not through not showing up like he has. Okay? It's not saying that you are the woodcutter in Hansel and Gretel at all. It's a metaphor. And it's very much saying here that the Three of Swords is taking that hurt and the pain, taking everything that has made you feel inadequate, overwhelmed, I can't move forward, and saying, okay, let me look at it. What is it that makes me feel not good enough? What is it that has broken my heart? Either it has broken your heart because you have tried something and you have failed or haven't done it the way that you wanted to, or it was something that was spoken over you by somebody else, something that was done to you. And now it's time to release that pain, to release that sorrow, to give it voice. And that's why the blue that I see here is gray, because there's hurt to it, there's sorrow to it. And the way to heal and cleanse your chakras, you can use a Tibetan singing bowl, which is one of my favorite ways, but you could also listen to, throat chakra cleanse or chakra cleanses simply on YouTube. But there needs to be an addressing of this pain. And this pain is what comes into your mind when I was speaking of it, or when I'm speaking of it right now. And it doesn't have to be anything that really makes sense. It can be something that triggered a past life pain that you would put on this earth to help you evolve past. Right? To not let yourself be defined by this hurt, by this pain, by this disappointment anymore. Right? That you have carried on from past life, from past lives. Or it can be generational. Somebody spoke a hurt over you that traumatized them so much that now it has traumatized you. You're regaining so much. You're moving forward in such powerful truth that you are going to see the world start to open up. You're going to see yourself become focused. This is what I want. This is where I'm heading. The Seven of Visions is the Seven of Cups. You have a multitude of opportunities given to you, or a multitude of things you can envision yourself doing. Pick one. Or pick 5, and say, I want to get this accomplished. But I would definitely recommend 3 for the new year. This is what I want to get accomplished. This is how I want to move. This is how I want to move forward, and this is where I need to be. And then start visualizing what you truly need and what you truly want. Start looking at the bigger picture of what you need to do and how you need to embrace your soul and yourself. Because as you do so, as you see it within your mind's eye, as you take kind of the scary out of it, because in your mind you've already done it. In your mind has already said, well, we conquered this. Because your mind does not know the difference between what you wish to accomplish and what you have already accomplished. What you are imagining yourself failing at and what you have already failed at. And the first step here. Now, here's the thing with visualization. It's a bit of a secret, and it may not be. You may already know this. But you cannot visualize anything you do not feel worthy of, because your mind will already automatically reject it. I want to be wealthy. Well, you can't be. We're terrible with money. Didn't you know that? We've known this our whole entire life. And so it immediately rejects it. That's why you need to see what hurts, what pains you, what is holding you back. Because then when you visualize your goals, you will not have that instant rejection. And you'll know it. You'll know it. It'll be that microsecond of, oh no, we can't do this. You can't go after your dreams. You can't go after your prosperity. You can't. Here's the thing, you can. But the first place you have to conquer it is within your mind. And then you will start to see doors open up to you, because you have here the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is the minor arcana marriage card. So it is success, it is prosperity, it is happily ever afters, right? It is a sense of a celebration, because marriages are celebrations. Well, most of them. So here, you have this bounty coming in, but you're not, yes, you can be marrying somebody else, but there is a marriage to yourself that you are doing. There is a connecting to your dreams. This can also be new job opportunities. This can be moving house. This is simply celebration and joy coming into your life and moving you forward. And there's a connection here with the Keeper of Challenges. Now, it can be here that you've had trouble with an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. But for a lot of you Capricorns, what is going to happen is you have an air sign energy helping you move past this hurt, this pain. And it's not move past it. It's never going to not be a part of you. And I think sometimes that's where we trip ourselves up. It's like, if I move past this, then it means that it is no longer going to be a scar. It is still a scar. It's like a broken bone. You know, your bones still hurt. You can feel it. You can feel sometimes they get achy, even though they've healed. And so know that it may always hurt, but you will no longer be defined by it, be crippled. It's a crippling pain. You will no longer be crippled by it. And the thing that I would highly suggest, and I have this programmed into my phone, and I don't know if I've told you guys or not, but I have 2 times a day, I am enough, programmed in my phone, and it goes off, and it tells me I am enough, which may sound very silly, but it is absolutely, positively joyous. It really is joyous. Maya Angelou said to do this. There is a psychologist, Melissa Peer, who has built her whole career off of this. And it is simply looking at yourself and saying, I am enough. And you might sit there and have this feeling, kind of like I did when I first heard this, was that, oh, how silly. There's so much I want to achieve. There's so much that I need to go after. How could I say I am enough? Because I'm not. Where I want to be and where I am, it's not enough. And you can get really frustrated with yourself. And when I first heard this, I was really frustrated with myself. But I was already frustrated with myself. So that can be coming in. But the simple act of I am enough, it's freeing. In the moment of where you are, forged by divinity, created by the universe, you are enough. And you are learning the lessons that divinity has set for you. Because I believe that as we come down to this earthly plane, we have lessons set up for us. Knowing that you are enough. Knowing that you are stronger than the negativity of others. Knowing that you have the God's head within you. Brahma said, you have the God's head within you. And by embracing that God's head, right? Because he hid it within man, because that is the only place man would not look for it. You are realizing that you have everything you need to connect yourself with the power of the world that you want. You are enough. This leads you to becoming a king. People are seeing your bounty, your prosperity. You have a badger on your side. That's fierceness right there. There's a sense of wealth around you, but I also see this a sense of divination. Using your power of prosperity to not see the future. I don't believe you can see anything really precisely, like, and by this I mean stock marketing and stuff like that. What I'm seeing here is you're seeing a way to move yourself forward, to be prosperous, to be bountiful. Is he holding? He's holding a cup of tea in his hand. That is hysterical. I didn't even notice that. There is a sense of you holding that peace, that prosperity. You need to go back to it. You need to have that ritual to move you forward in wealth, in prosperity, in what you value as much as money, and what you need to keep you moving towards your goals and to keep you moving towards what you desire. Because when you look at yourself right now, there's a sense of seeing all the flaws. Artists say when they look at their work, they see the fingerprints, okay? They see everything that they need to improve, and it can drive them, just batty. So here, don't see your fingerprints as something bad. See that you did the very best that you could in the moment that you were in. And that should make you astoundingly proud. And also astoundingly proud that you have the capacity to keep on evolving. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to be an artist to do this. It means that you just have to want to evolve within your life, not getting stuck in your ways, not getting, trapped in a certain way of thinking and being and everything like that. So here, there is a power and a truth that you are seeing within yourself, but you are going to pull out first the negativity of it all, instead of the power of who you are and where you're heading. Spirit is going to show you that what you see and what other people see, it's not the same, right? There's going to be a third vision coming together. There's going to be a third way of moving forward and understanding what it is that you want, a third road, which will mean that you walk into the looking glass. You walk into your reflection and you say, I see the truth of me. And this leads you to the Ace of Vision, the Ace of Cups. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of love, of healing, beautiful love that makes you royalty, that makes you magnificent. And as you take this gift of love, as you take this gift of power, because we are emotional beings and we move forward in emotional truths, you embrace a prosperity of self, a bounty of self. You're being given a gift that sets you free. That is absolutely breathtaking. It can bring up tears. It can bring up doubts. It can bring up fears. But now you're moving forward, knowing the truth of what you want, knowing your mind, because your emotions dictate your mind, dictate how you think, dictate how you interpret things. And here you are seeing the power and the gift that the dragon has given you, that divinity has forged for you. You're changing the game. And you're moving forward towards what is now the unknown, but will be your prosperity, because you are letting go of the chains that have held you back. You're free, Capricorn. Embrace that freedom. And do not think you haven't earned it, because you more than have. Let's see what your spirit guide animal cards have to say. Capricorn, January 1st to the 15th, 2020, Capricorn. 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 Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm just going to lay these out quietly. Again, the white stag. Amazing. Okay, so it was at your crown, and now it's at your heart, right? The sense of embracing your majesty. And here, we start with at your heart, the dolphin spirit, and it says this and that are true. As you jump over wisdom, you're seeing that there are multiple realities. You can say that there are multiple layers to reality, if you like, but what I'm seeing here is that the way that you see yourself and the way that others see you, they form their own realities, and everybody lives within their own reality. Now you are being handed a gift of passion and creativity from the divine and from the spirit that lets you move forward positively in the reality that you want to forge, in your creativity, in your passion, in your desire. And this can even be sexual energy where you are feeling profoundly driven, okay? Profoundly driven during this time. Yeah. And it can come through into sexual power and sexual prowess. So here, know that that can be a part of the 1st to the 15th for some of you Capricorns, right? But there is this sense of moving towards what it is that you desire, what it is that you want, and seeing the duality of human nature and the duality of the world as you move towards your goals. And then you have the stag spirit, which says, take the lead, because you know a lot more than you think you do. There is a sense of power and understanding and truth and this coming together and being a king and being a heck of a lot smarter than you think you are. and knowing a lot more than you think you do. And people are going to see your knowledge. It's going to take the center stage of things from the 1st to the 15th, and it is going to make you into a king. It is going to make you into a person who others listen to. So also know that your words during this time and the way you perceive things are going to be very noted by other people, especially people who are making decisions based off of other people's actions and the words that they say. So be very mindful of your words and your actions, not to the point of paranoia, but just know that people, I don't want to say people are watching because that sounds creepy and ominous, but it's kind of like, what Spirit is saying something that my mom used to always say to us when we were growing up. Others are watching you. Everybody is watching you. Watch yourself. So people are automatically making, split seconds decisions about you as they watch you before they even get to know you. So make sure that you are conducting yourself properly. And that's what I'm seeing here. Make sure you're conducting yourself in the way you want people to perceive you, in the way you want people to understand you, because that is going to be, it's through your actions and the way that people contemplate you that it's going to be very important during this time. All right? People are watching and you are conducting yourself very well. You're moving forward in power and in understanding, and people are going to be taking note of that. Okay? Especially in air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, somebody who is very eloquent, somebody who very much values words, but also values the embracing of leadership and understanding and taking responsibility for things with the King of Boon, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. You're crowned with the hummingbird spirit, and this says, be here now. So as you start this journey, as you go after your heart, okay, the white stag, as you go after your majesty, as you go after what it is that you desire, be in the moment. Don't sit there and think of the past, because remember, the past is a country you cannot go to again. The present is where you are right now, is where you stand, and the future is a country you've yet to visit. So you cannot live where you can no longer travel and where you haven't been to. You can only be in the present. So here, be in the present as you take your leaps of faith, as you go after what it is that you desire, as you enter your enchantment. This leads you to the pig spirit. And when I laid this down, it was like when pigs fly, because it says use your mind wisely as you embrace your heart's truth and as you embrace your majesty. And there's something about being able to move forward in joy and in happiness that you think when pigs fly. Oh my gosh, this will never happen. I can't possibly. And Spirit is saying now, yes, you can. Yes, you most definitely can. And as you do so, you move forward towards the truth that you want in the place that you want to be. And you need to see yourself not as a pauper, not as somebody who just, and I'm going to jump ahead, I know, not as somebody who simply just can't. You see all your flaws, all the fingerprints. See yourself. And you might have thought, when pigs fly, when pigs fly, I'll be majesty. When pigs fly, I'll be able to have what I have dreamed. So pigs have flown. Now you can have what it is that you want. Stop doubting. Because I'm not saying you will have a red carpet life. I'm not saying you will be the most popular person in the world. What I am saying is that you will rise to why you were put on this earth. You will rise to what your heart sings to, and you will be able to move forward. And it might be that you do this on the side, that your job is not what your heart sings for, right? And you're building something more on the side, and you're getting your pleasure there, your joy there, your sense of prosperity and abundance there. So I'm not saying that all of a sudden you're going to become a multimillionaire. I want this to be understood. What I am saying is that you are going to be listening to what your heart needs in order to make you into the royalty that you are, into the person of prosperity and abundance and what you value as much as money and the wealth of heart and happiness. Because understand that once you have made enough money to pay all your bills, a person's happiness, and this is statistically proven, does not increase the more money they make. You might be able to do cooler things, but you will be truly happy when you are secure. And so here, it's moving, yes, in security, and it's building the prosperity that you want to move yourself forward. It's not saying, I need more, I need more, I need more. The bigger house, the fancier cars, that doesn't bring more happiness. It brings more stuff. It actually brings more things to worry about. So know here, as you look into the reflection, as you see your majesty. Okay? You're also going to see all the fingerprints. You're going to see all the reasons why you shouldn't be embracing your prosperity, your joy. And it says, think on your feet. The Fox Spirit says, think on your feet. Don't sit there and say, you know what, you're right. Mind, who has always been thinking that I'm not good enough, my parents' voice that comes in and says, you can't do this. The school teacher's voice, the bully's voice, whomever it is, the ex's voice. You can't do this. Oh, yeah, they're right. They're not. No, they're not. Do not let them rule your life. You have a magic power. You have a sneakiness to you. And it's not a bad sneakiness. It is a sneakiness of heart and soul. And say, I am moving past your negativity. You haven't forged me. I've forged me. And I've been forged by divinity's grace. And this moves you to the koala spirit, which says, spirit has a plan. So here, when you're down and out, here where you feel broken and overwhelmed and oh my gosh, seriously, are you kidding me? Things have been so hard. Everything has a plan. Divinity has a plan. You might not know it. Well, you don't know it. You might not appreciate it right now. You might sit there and think this is a stupid plan. And you know what? And you might even say, I hate you, Spirit. I hate this. And that's okay. That's part of what the Rhino Spirit is here for over the 3 of challenges. It's saying, let it out. Overcome any obstacles. Let out the anger that you have. Let it rage for a moment. Not at other people. Go for a run. Go for a walk. Kickboxing. Hit things. Let out the anger. Don't let it consume you, because it will if you don't let it out. Overcome any obstacles, and that leads you, that frees you to be able to be playful again, to be able to be happy. We want more, more, more. More things will make us happy. No, it won't. You can't buy anything that will make you happy, because if you could buy something that made you happy for the rest of your life, that would be the best-selling thing ever, and everybody would have one. It's the mind. It's the focusing on the mind and what you desire that brings a playfulness and a beauty back into your life. With the Mouse Spirit, it says, tend to the small things, the marriage to yourself, the balance between work and home life, the balance between what you love and what you want to achieve, your drive and your heart. Tend to the small things, because in the end, the small things matter so much more. So take that leap. Take that leap. They say the same exact thing. The Fool and the Stag Spirit. Take that leap. Take it. You've earned it. Don't sit there and say, oh my gosh, I have to have it all planned out and I can't possibly, and it's going to fail anyway. It might fail. Steve Harvey says you cannot leap without falling. Okay. But you cannot succeed without leaping. So know that you will fall. Know that you will skin your knees. It's like a kid running. They'll fall. Or a kid learning how to walk. They will fall. But you can't stop them from falling, because then you stop them from thriving. And that's what's here. Don't stop yourself from falling, because you stop yourself from thriving. And you're a Capricorn. You have success written into you. Prosperity, abundance. Here, it says with its porcupine spirit, time for a beginner mind. Time for not the tired, overwhelmed, oh my gosh, I've done this story before kind of mind. It's time to look at things with new eyes, new understanding. And that's what you're doing. And you're moving forward in prosperity. You think on your feet as you see your truth. And that leads you to using your mind wisely and to taking that leap. Your subconscious message in your botanical oracle cards is tenacity. Okay, Burdock. Embrace your tenacity. You have a tremendous amount of it, Capricorn. Embrace it. You will not be failed. And then you have the starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. You are open to infinite possibilities, and infinite possibilities are open to you. This leads you to the subconscious message of this whole entire reading, which is the star, which is that spirit is hearing your soul's wish, This is also an Aquarius time frame, January 20th to February 18th. Your soul's wish is being heard. It's not what you wish for, what you say, oh, I really want this. It's what your soul wishes for, what your soul wants. Divinity will bring you. Not in the way that you expected, because that's not how divinity works. In a way that you hadn't anticipated, but in a way that is absolutely beautiful. Subconsciously, here, you are moving towards your soul's wish and the greater power of why you were put on this earth. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you, and I love you all. Bye.